And I am live. Wonderful. Good. So we can get this kind of underway, kind of discuss some stuff with you guys. It's very impromptu, very short, or at least I plan on it being incredibly short, but I want to talk about it. I'll probably wait a little bit and see if anybody joins in the conversation a bit. So you guys, you are the bomb squad. Hello, Ark Invader. How are you doing? We're just gonna do a very short little hangout. I don't plan on this being very long because I know that the Thunderdome is gonna be on later, so I don't want to step on anyone's toes too much. This is very impromptu, but I wanted to talk about the segregation thing at the Emerald City Comic Con. So I'll just wait for about 3 or 4 minutes, see who shows up, and then I'll discuss it and pretty much give my general thoughts on it. Considering that I live in Oregon, I live a state away, and this kind of stuff is concerning. I'm concerned that this could happen at conventions in Portland or in other convention centers. So we got to make sure that this type of stuff doesn't happen, right? It's not cool. You know, segregation is not cool. Just go back for another comic book. Oh, you came back from another comic book YouTuber stream. I have arrived. Sorry, no budget for a thunderclap this week. Hello, Smaxo. Hello, Roan. Greetings and salutations, everybody. How are we doing? Hope everyone's having a good afternoon, evening, morning, depending on where you live. You know, this is where we are. I'm going to talk about the article that other YouTubers have been discussing. There's really not much else I can add to the conversation except for that I live in Oregon, which is very close to Emerald City Comic Con. I've never been to that convention myself, but I can say that this is concerning. Batman Arkham Knight, my least favorite Arkham game. Well, then maybe you should be playing your favorite Arkham game because this might make you even more upset. So yeah, we're going to get into that, Ron. I'm just kind of waiting a bit, seeing if anyone else shows up, and then I'll talk about the article. I should have linked the article in the video. Oops. Follow the yellow brick road. I'm not going to the Emerald City Comic Con. I'm not. I don't have that kind of money. Those particular conventions are pretty pricey. I know that Donna was going to go to it at one point, but I don't know if she's still planning on doing that. I don't know. There's like cat hair and stuff on my keyboard, and it bugs the living crap out of me. Oh, you're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay. Guys are just being here to mess with me now, aren't you? Just want to troll me. Cause some trouble, be little assholes. Not that I'm opposed to that. But okay. Live halfway across the world. Can you imagine the ticket price alone? I could go to the Emerald City Comic Con website and we can see how much the tickets cost. I might do that after we go over part of the article. Unfortunately, Silver Shout Crest. Omnitron, this isn't about Fallout 4. Don't try and derail this conversation, dude. Time. Hello, Ray. Stop the time on your own. Time on your stream. Wah. What happened? Well, hi, Tevia. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to talk about some stuff that happened at Emerald City Comic Con. There's some segregation type of bullshit that we're gonna discuss. I will apologize in advance if I can't read the chat right now, but I'm gonna read the article right now because it's been about 4 minutes, and we'll get to it, and then I'll talk to you guys off and on. We'll kind of come and go, you know. So this is on PJ Media's website. This is for the Seattle Comic Con or Emerald City Comic Con. So the comic book industry seems to be doubling down on their policy of completely excluding anyone who is straight, white, male, or conservative. This year's Emerald City Comic Con released its schedule of events on its app recently. Anyone who is male, white, or identifies as heterosexual found himself excluded from industry mixers and professional mixers, which I find very interesting. And it shows like some of the meetups, like you go to a convention and you see all the different cons and you see like all the planned events and schedules that's going on. I have like one right here for the Komori Con that I went to last year, and you'll get like all sorts of different events. This one is like their private mixers for like for industry people, whoever is in the comic book industry, whether that probably be journalists, writers, artists, colorists, letterers, editors, all those types of people. And they have ones here for that are listed: industry women and gender queer mixer. We have industry LGBTQIA elemental P mixer. That's not what it says, but I'm being funny about it because it's ridiculous. And okay. No. Stop that. No pop-ups, damn it. I hate pop-ups on these things. And then we have another one that says industry people of color mixer. A source attending the event who asked to remain anonymous for safety reasons spoke to PJM about the blatant discrimination. Yeah, these types of things are wholly discriminatory. So, yeah, well, the thing is that the con is still public, but these are things for like event people. These are for, I guess you could say people who are, professionals in the industry. This is where you would probably go to like meet new people or meet editors and creators to try and, get your foot in the door a bit more. So the TLDR entertainment industry is and has been for a long time bigoted against, I can't read that word, forgive the misspelling, a key is broken, and males, this is bullshit. I agree, Xander. This is incredibly bullshit. All of this is bullshit. Martin Luther King would be very disappointed in all these people. Not only are people, normal people upset. I think Martin Luther King would be very upset. Not letting whites in, crazy. Guess I gotta go as Black Panther. Thank you, Comic Boom. Thank you. I needed a good laugh. Our biggest towards American males. Any WCW fans will get the reference. Unfortunately, I don't get the reference. I forgot. We'll go back to the article real quick. It continues. We'll continue on. This is from an Image comic, right? Oh yeah, then they kind of move this into the Image creator who wished death on diversity in comics. That's also stupid. Yeah, this person says, I'm disappointed that they chose to be divisive in an industry that has enough divisiveness as it is. I agree with this. There's enough division as it is. We don't need more of it. The source says, we are not our race, or gender, or sexuality. Aren't we a sum of our parts? Or as MLK notes so famously, isn't it the content of our character that should be what counts? Yes, this is what should count and what should matter the most to everybody. It's the content of who the character of the person, who they are. Are they good people? Uh, and it says, but this is not the philosophy that drives the race and sexually obsessed left. If you have the misfortune to watch the Olympics this year, you. Okay, this is talking about the Olympic Games. I don't really care about that. I don't know why I would read that part. That's not important. Or has contacted Emerald City Comic Con on Facebook to inquire about the lack of diversity in the mixer. And the person who asked, it's like, so if I'm white, cis, and male, where can I go for an industry mixer? And then, they wait for a while. There's no response. And then eventually, I believe they do respond and they say, hi there. We do not have a specific industry mixer for your category this year. Couldn't you make one this year? I think that this is very telling and very concerning. This reminds me of the DNC email about trying to hire men and non-people of color folk. Hello, Kyle. I like anime too, but this isn't about anime. Oh, you may do that, Smaxo. You can do that. They just didn't care. It's okay. I identify as a bi-multiple suit. Same. I identify as a Gundam. Why do I care? Seems the left is determined to create an alternate universe where discrimination still exists, but it is only directed at white males. Makes me feel very uncomfortable being a white male myself. It's like, so I'm not allowed to come to these mixers if I was a professional? This runs contrary to all the great civil rights leaders who fought for equality. Martin Luther King Jr. didn't march in order to refuse service to white people. And yet that's where we are in 2018. Agreed. And they do not even see how wrong it is. Look at how comfortable Comic-Con is admitting they did this. So this website tried to reach out to talk to Emerald City, and they got nowhere. Some of this stuff is probably banter that I don't really care for. Yeah, some of this is just there's some padding in here that is not important. But what is this about? This is about Emerald City Comic Con and the fact that they are segregating individuals and people. My actual question and curiosity is if they took these down or changed them in any way. I will find out right now. Let's find out, shall we? Might be a fun idea. Da-da. Let's find out. Guests about. Where would I go? Would it be under industry? Interested in exhibit, professional registration, press registration. Media? Digital image gallery. Community calendar? That I don't know where I find this stuff. That's the part I'm not sure about. Fought for equality. Ha! I think their one weakness, a mirror. Yes, because they can't see themselves apparently. Indeed. Okay, so we got some bunch of different events here. Looks like there's a lot of fun events. Yeah, I don't know where this one is exactly. Oh wait, no, it's probably right here under Meetup. Okay, let's click there. See what we find. Um, maybe they took them down. Maybe. All I see here is a comics queer Comic Con party, which I don't think is a bad thing. Huh. Anyway, actually, no. You know what I was going to do? I was going to find out how much tickets cost. Let's find out how much tickets cost for Emerald City Comic Con, shall we? Might be a good idea. Let's find out. So then people who watch this video who maybe are going, oh well, most people actually can't go because all the tickets are sold out. Oh, isn't that lovely? So it's hard to see what the prices are. Apparently there's tickets for Thursday that are left. And they're like $35. And I'm pretty sure that for a full weekend it'd be pretty pricey. Yes, I have no face on screen when talking because anonymity. Not really. It's because I don't have a webcam, so I can't really show my face, unfortunately, on camera. Claims to fight equality by being bigots. Yeah, anyone notice the Death Star size irony there? I do. Well, I'm not going. I'm a straight male. Of humanity has taken physical form. The far left. You're not wrong. Yeah, this kind of stuff just... The thing is, the part that I wanted to point out is that considering that I live in the state of Oregon, and I'm not far away, I think the insight I can give is that these types of events happen at conventions at times, mainly because both this state and Washington are incredibly liberal states. So most of the time, this type of identity politics is bound to rear its ugly head out of someone's butt crack, I guess you could say. And it's unfortunate because I've been around comic books a long time. I've been around nerd culture for a long time, and I've never felt excluded, and I've never excluded anyone else from enjoying hobbies. So I don't know where this mindset of segregating individuals comes from. I really don't know. Yeah, you're probably right, Roan. Even if you did say that you were bi, you would probably... They'd probably keep you out. Hello, Gato. How are you? What is ECCC? Emerald City Comic Con. It's in the title, Kyle. Did you read the title before clicking on this stream? I hope so. I hope you did. But yeah, it's a Comic Con in Seattle, Washington. And yeah, if I identify as an attack helicopter, they won't let me in. They wouldn't let me in. I'd yell that I'm being discriminated for being bi. Yeah, exactly. The problem is that if this kind of stuff could become the norm for other convention sites and whatnot, and that should not happen. If you guys have conventions in your areas that are not within, that are different, I would probably very strongly recommend... No, I just saw that a vid was live and checked it out. Ah, I see, Kyle. So you entered the wolf's den without knowing what the wolf was going to be planning. Understood. I think that what most of you guys should do is you should probably check your conventions and check the schedules. and whatnot, and check to see if there's any types of hints or inklings that. Okay, I lost my train of thought because I was reading Kyle's comment. What does ECC do? Kyle, how long have you been here? Guys, if you could possibly please explain to Kyle style in the chat what Emerald City Comic Con is, because it seems as though I'm not explaining it well enough. I mean, am I coming clear enough? Do I need to be louder? Do I need to scream? It's the same thing with the feminists. They believe it's their turn to hold the whip and who put people down. So they engage in bigotry as if it's their right. It's disgusting. Yes, very much so. It is greatly disgusting. Like I was going to say. Oh, you just got here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Kyle. I didn't realize that you were that early or that late in. I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry, Kyle. I'll try and give you the short version here in a sec after I read Roan's comment. Yes, Roan. I would like to have you on a stream someday. Maybe we'll have you on the stream when I think we're gonna plan to do another stream about Gundam Seed Destiny again. So, or maybe we'll just call it a Gundam stream instead of just a Gundam Seed stream. But we'll probably talk about that. But okay, so to explain to Kyle who just got here, I'll recap a bit. Emerald City Comic Con, which is a convention out in Washington, decided to segregate people during professional mixers, which are basically like after parties after the convention is over. There's ones for, people of color. There's ones for queer individuals or for LGBTQ, all those people. But the problem is that there aren't any for, just, straight white men or anything of that nature. And when the convention was asked about it, they didn't really respond. They just said that they didn't have one scheduled, which is kind of concerning. These types of mixers are supposed to be a way to meet and get to know each other better, to get to know professionals in the industry, to, share. It's basically a party. It's a party to get to know people. And none of these people should be separated into little groups and little segments at a convention. If you're going to have a mixer party, everybody should be invited. Everyone should just be able to just walk in the door and say hello and have a good time. Because nerd culture does not segregate people. They never have, and they never will. They're accepting of a lot of people because they were the bullies at one point. So as bullies, you don't want to be the bully yourself. So that's pretty much the gist of everything that I can probably go. No problem, Kyle. I'm glad I could be of some sort of help. Sorry if I was confused by the fact that you showed up late. That's fine. Of course, you could always come back and watch the video later. It's totally fine. I don't plan on this one being too long. So we'll probably just be here for probably about a half hour, and then we'll just probably call it there. You're not white, but you're pretty sure they'd hate you too? Probably. Especially if you're straight. There's a whole bunch of privilege points going around. A lot of this stuff is just idiotic. No one should be separated from conventions or cons or anything of that nature, especially not from parties or events, specific events. Straight as an arrow. Make sure your arrow flies true, my brother. I mean, I'm concerned that Kamori-Con is going to have stuff like this in the future. Last couple years I was there, they did have panels that were for, gay people and whatnot, and their allies, and like the type of discrimination that they face. I'm like, oh, please, for the love of God. It's not that bad. Few people saying mean words to you isn't gonna stop you from enjoying a hobby. Okay, so I'm gonna go for about 5 more minutes. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to ask me any types of questions that regard Emerald City Comic Con, or if you have any thoughts that you would like to share, please let me know. And then I will close out this stream. I don't want it to be too long. So if you have anything, any questions, any thoughts, let me know. And I will, I don't know, I'll be here. Hmm. Okay, so been saying mean things towards our hobby for years and we trudged on like a champ. Yeah. What other topics do I do? Many. Too many to count, probably. This is a variety channel. I'll talk about whatever I feel like talking about. Mostly it's about geek stuff. You know, I'll talk about anime, I'll talk about comics, I'll talk about movies. It's in Seattle. Does it always rain there? Well, I live very close to Washington. The answer is yes. There is a lot of rain in Seattle and here in Oregon on the coast. Trust me, a lot of rain. Too much rain. But yeah, to answer your question, Kyle, I have many hobbies. Comics, movies, TV, anime, manga, whole bunch of stuff. Model building. Believe you me, this is a variety channel. There's like a little bit of everything for everyone here. That is to be certain. So much so that I question it at times. Rain! Yes, I am a man of many hobbies. Sometimes I feel like it's too many. It's hard to keep up with everything, Yeah, you want to talk about everything, but there's just not enough time in the day to discuss every single topic. Just doesn't happen. Can't be done. It's an impossibility. These people have slandered all of geekdom for decades, only to now try to take it and kick people out based on arbitrary crap. Looks like SJW took a page from the bullies of old. Yes, they did. They claim that we're the gatekeepers, but in all fairness and reality, they're trying to be the gatekeepers. Been away from the anime scene though. Didn't know Dragon Ball Super is ending soon. Neither did I. What a surprise. Eggplant. I don't know why Kyle typed an eggplant, but there's an eggplant. There you go. What is SJW? It stands for Social Justice Warrior. Kyle. I take it that you are of young eyes. Or not don't know a whole lot of certain things, I guess. I don't know. This episode of Darling and the Frantics, in my opinion, did a plot of the boys and girls hating each other, and it was done way better than most SJW Marvel. That's probably a possibility. Those types of things could happen. I'm sorry. I don't know if I'm the right type of person to explain what social justice warriors are to people. I don't know if I'm qualified enough for that. There you go. They claim to fight for equality for who they consider to be marginalized, but end up being the bigots they claim to hate. Exactly. That's a good way of explaining it. Guessing the SJWs are those spoiled brats who always got their way because mommy and daddy are rich. Kind of feels that way at times, doesn't it? A lot of them feel that way when you hear them. What do I think of feminism? Depends on the form of feminism. If we're talking about the current stuff, the third wave stuff, it's stupid. It's terrible. There's been equality for men and women for decades in this country. If you want to talk about bringing feminism to other countries, go to those countries. The states don't need that stuff right now. It's not. It's not an important thing right now. Political hypocrites. Yes, they are. Very much so. I guess I can take a few more questions and then I'll end. How about man spreading? A man has to, be able to stretch his legs and feel comfortable. There's nothing inherently wrong with stretching it, and not to mention that women do it too on buses and trains. Believe you me, considering I've used public transportation for most of my life, I can confirm both men and women want to be comfortable while they're riding on a bus or a subway car or anything of that nature. Trust me. If they're able to, spread their body parts and stretch out, they will do so. Not only men, but also women. Current feminism, the reason why the term feminazi exists. It's for current feminists. Yes, it is. It's very much for the current slew of people. The first wave committed acts of arson and terrorism. Always made me raise an eyebrow, but to each their own. Maybe. I'm the type of person who would say like everybody should be treated as human beings first and foremost. Treat others as you want to be treated. You know, that's why I normally try and treat everybody as nicely as I possibly can. So, and that's one of those things, You should just try and be nice to people. No need to segregate yourself or separate yourselves from anybody. Just have a nice day. Treat people nicely. Not even groups that fight for equality is actually fighting for equal rights. Agreed. Because nowadays, men don't even have nearly as many rights as women do when it comes to like court cases and whatnot. It's an interesting concept, All of the court cases and stuff where, women, get full custody of the kids and whatnot, and the man gets nothing. Or as Animal Farm would say, all are created equal, but some are more equal than others. You are right, Smaxo. Very good. Okay. So I think that will do it for this short little stream, this little hangout. Hope you guys had fun. Who loser? You typo. It's okay, Kyle. Everybody screws up typing. It's no big deal. How old am I? I, my friend, am 34, I believe.
You will be 34.
I'll be 34 this upcoming year. There you go.
Next month.
Next month. I'm 33 currently. Anyway, we're going to end the stream here. I hope you guys had a good time. All the good stuff. Leave likes, comments, subscribes for those who missed the stream, missed the hangout. Hope everybody had a good day, and we'll see you next time. Bye.